Hello, I'm Amara Jones, and today is Tuesday, March 31st. This is caffeineTV, your daily news brief, here to take you through three headline numbers in just 3 minutes, giving you a different take on everything from housing policy to the Real Housewives. The first number of today is 22. That's the number of Arab nations who are members of the Arab League. And yesterday, the organization announced that it was going to form a de facto Arab army to send to hot zones across the Middle East, and a latest sign that the region continues to descend into chaos. Now, the Arab League is made up of some of the biggest players in the Middle East, but one of the biggest players, principally Iran, is not a member, and that's because Iranians are actually Persians and not Arab. But there's growing concern across the Arab world that Iranians have growing influence in traditional Arab areas and countries such as Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. As a matter of fact, Yemen has descended into civil war, and another member of the Arab League, Saudi Arabia, has started to launch a bombing campaign against Yemeni rebels. I feel like I need to have a graphic of Call of Duty above my shoulder during this entire segment. Now, Americans may cheer the fact that at least it won't be Americans that are going to these hot zones, but history shows that throwing more armed force at already existing armed conflict in the Middle East only enlarges the problem and exacerbates the issues already at work. And so for the foreseeable future, the Middle East is going to remain everybody's problem. The next number up today is 31. That's the age of Trevor Noah, who Comedy Central announced yesterday would take over the reins of The Daily Show when Jon Stewart exits later this year. Now, Noah is a South African comedian of mixed race and mixed religious heritage. His father is Swiss and his mother is Xhosa, a South African tribe, and Jewish, and because he was born during apartheid, he's often joked that his creation was a crime. Now, right now, he's a special correspondent on The Daily Show, has been on just 3 times, and was named only back in December to the show, but in a sign of their faith in his future, Comedy Central has given him the keys to their most lucrative franchise, which also indicates the growing power of diversity in television. But his naming also signifies another type of growth in the world, and that is the rise of Africa. As a matter of fact, 7 out of 10 of the fastest growing economies in the world right now are African, and outside of China and India, the fastest growing middle class in the world is in Africa. So Trevor Noah won't be the only brand with Made in Africa to make its way to America's shores. The last number up today is $9.99. That's the cost of the new monthly streaming service TIDAL that was announced yesterday by Jay-Z and a whole host of other artists in the music industry, including Daft Punk and Madonna and Rihanna and Kanye West and Alicia Keys, and the list literally goes on and on. Now, what's different about TIDAL is that artists will actually own a piece of the company, which means that as the company goes, they'll actually be able to get paid. And that's one of the problems right now in music streaming services like Spotify, which although it has 60 million subscribers, artists only will get paid $100 for having hundreds of thousands of downloads, which means that as streaming grows, it'll be harder and harder for artists to make ends meet. And that's actually one of the reasons why I've actually canceled my own monthly subscription to the various streaming services. But one of the funniest moments yesterday in the press conference, which announced it all, was Daft Punk in a robotic Mickey Mouse costume standing next to Madonna, and it was like the Magic Kingdom meets a burlesque show.